Air France, stylized as Air France, is the French flag carrier headquartered in Tremblay-en-France. It is a subsidiary of the Air France-KLM Group and a founding member of the SkyTeam Global Airline Alliance. As of 2013, Air France serves 36 destinations in France and operates worldwide scheduled passenger and cargo services to 168 destinations in 93 countries and also carried 59,513,000 passengers in 2011. The airline's global hub is at Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport, with Paris Orly Airport, Lyon-Saint Exupéry Airport, Marseille Provence Airport, Toulouse Blagnac Airport, and Nice Côte Airport serving as secondary hubs. Air France's corporate headquarters, previously in Montparnasse, Paris, are located on the grounds of Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport, north of Paris. Air France was formed on October 7, 1933 from a merger of Air Orient, Air Union, Compagnie Gare Copyright Na Copyright Rail or Copyright Repostale, Compagnie Internationale de Navigation or Copyright Ryan, and Société Copyright Tar Copyright Gare Copyright Na Copyright Rail de Transport or Copyright Rien. During the Cold War, from 1950 until 1990, Air France was one of the three main Allied scheduled airlines operating in Germany at West Berlin's Tempelhof and Tegel airports. In 1990, Air France acquired the operations of French domestic carrier Air Inter and international rival UTA Euro Union des Transports or Copyright Riens. Air France served as France's primary national flag carrier for 7 decades prior to its 2003 merger with KLM. Between April 2001 and March 2002, the airline carried 43.3 million passengers and had a total revenue of a 12.53 billion. In November 2004, Air France ranked as the largest European airline with 25.5% total market share, and was the largest airline in the world in terms of operating revenue. Air France operates a mixed fleet of Airbus and Boeing wide-body jets on long-haul routes, and uses Airbus A320 family aircraft on short-haul routes. Air France introduced the A380 on November 20, 2009 with service to New York's JFK Airport from Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport. The carrier's regional airline subsidiary, HOP, operates the majority of its regional domestic and European scheduled services with a fleet of regional jet aircraft. History, formation and early years. Air France was formed on October 7, 1933, from a merger of Air Orient, Air Union, Compagnie Gare Copyright Na Copyright Rail or Copyright Repostale, Compagnie Internationale de Navigation or Copyright Ryan and Société Copyright Tar Copyright Gare Copyright Na Copyright Rail des Transports or Copyright Riens. Of these airlines, SGTA was the first commercial airline company in France, having been founded as Lines or Copyright Riens Farman in 1919. The constituent members of Air France had already built extensive networks across Europe, to French colonies in North Africa and farther afield. During World War II, Air France moved its operations to Casablanca. On June 26, 1945, all of France's air transport companies were nationalized. On December 29, 1945, a decree of the French government granted Air France the management of the entire French air transport network. Air France appointed its first flight attendants in 1946. The same year the airline opened its first air terminal at Les Invalides in central Paris. It was linked to Paris Le Bourget Airport, Air France's first operations and engineering base, by coach. At that time the network covered 160,000 km, claimed to be the longest in the world. Société Copyright Tar Copyright Nationale Air France was set up on January 1, 1946. European schedules were initially operated by a fleet of Douglas DC-3 aircraft. On July 1, 1946, Air France started direct flights between Paris and New York via refueling stops at Shannon and Gander. Douglas DC-4 piston-engine airliners covered the route in just under 20 hours. In September 1947, Air France's network stretched east from New York, Fort-de-France and Buenos Aires to Shanghai. By 1948, Air France operated 130 aircraft, one of the largest fleets in the world. Between 1947 and 1965 the airline operated Lockheed Constellations on passenger and cargo services worldwide. In 1946 and 1948, respectively, the French government authorized the creation of two private airlines, Transports or Copyright Réans International a Euro later Transports or Copyright Réans Intercontinental a Euro, and SATI. In 1949 the latter became part of Union or Copyright Réseau Maritime de Transport, a private French international airline. Compagnie Nationale Air France was created by Act of Parliament on June 16, 1948. Initially, the government held 70%. In subsequent years the French state's direct and indirect shareholdings reached almost 100%. In mid-2002 the state held 54%. On August 4, 1948 Max Hymans was appointed president. During his 13-year tenure he would implement modernization practices centered on the introduction of jet aircraft. In 1949 the company became a co-founder of Société Copyright Internationale d'État Copyright La Copyright Communications or Copyright Aeronautiques, an airline telecommunications services company. Jet age reorganization. In 1952 Air France moved its operations and engineering base to the new Paris Orly Airport South Terminal. By then the network covered 250,000 km. Air France entered the jet age in 1953 with the original, short-lived de Havilland Comet Series 1, the world's first jetliner. During the mid-1950s it also operated the Vickers Viscount turboprop, with 12 entering service between May 1953 and August 1954 on the European routes. On September 26, 1953 the government instructed Air France to share long-distance routes with new private airlines. This was followed by the Ministry of Public Works and Transport's imposition of an accord on Air France, AIRFRANCE, TAI and UAT, under which some routes to Africa, Asia and the Pacific region were transferred to private carriers. On February 23, 1960 the Ministry of Public Works and Transport transferred Air France's domestic monopoly to Air Inter. To compensate for the loss of its domestic network Air France was given a stake in Air Inter. The following day Air France was instructed to share African routes with Air Afrique and UAT. The airline started uninterrupted jet operations in 1960 with the Sud Aviation Caravelle and the Boeing 707. Jet airliners cut travel times in half and improved comfort. Air France later became an early Boeing 747 operator and eventually had one of the world's largest 747 fleets. On February 1, 1963 the government formalized division of routes between Air France and its private sector rivals. Air France was to withdraw services to West Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa, Libya in North Africa, Bahrain and Oman in the Middle East, Sri Lanka in South Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia and Singapore in Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand as well as New Caledonia and Tahiti. These routes were allocated to the new Union Day Transports or Copyright Réans, a new private airline resulting from the merger of TAI and UAT. UTA also got exclusive rights between Japan, New Caledonia and New Zealand, South Africa and RA Copyright Union Island in the Indian Ocean, as well as Los Angeles and Tahiti. From 1974, Air France began shifting the bulk of operations to the new Charles de Gaulle Airport north of Paris. By the early 1980s, only Corsica, Martinique, Guadeloupe, most services to French Guiana, RA Copyright Union, the Maghreb region, Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, and one daily service to New York remained at Orly. In 1974, Air France also became the world's first operator of the Airbus A300 twin-engine wide-body plane, Airbus Industries' first commercial airliner for which it was a launch customer. Concord service and rivalry. On January 21, 1976, Air France operated its inaugural supersonic transport service on the Paris to Rio route with Anglo-French BAC or copyright Rospartiel Concorde FBVFA. Supersonic services from Paris to Washington Dulles International Airport began on May 24, 1976, also with FBVFA. service to New York the only remaining Concord service until its end commenced on November 22, 1977. Paris to New York was flown in 3 hours 23 minutes, at about twice the speed of sound. Approval for flights to the United States was initially withheld due to noise protests. Eventually, services to Mexico City via Washington, D.C. were started. Air France became one of only 2 airlines British Airways being the other to regularly operate supersonic services, and continued daily transatlantic Concord service until late May 2003. By 1983, Air France's Golden Jubilee, the workforce numbered more than 34,000, its fleet about 100 jet aircraft and its 634,400 AKM network served 150 destinations in 73 countries. This made Air France the 4th largest scheduled passenger airline in the world, as well as the 2nd largest scheduled freight carrier. Air France also code-shared with regional French airlines, TAT being the most prominent. TAT would later operate several regional international routes on behalf of Air France. In 1983 Air France began passenger flights to South Korea, being the first European airline to do so. In 1986 the government relaxed its policy of dividing traffic rights for scheduled services between Air France, Air Inter and UTA, without route overlaps between them. The decision opened some of Air France's most lucrative routes on which it had enjoyed a government-sanctioned monopoly since 1963 and which were within its exclusive sphere of influence, to rival airlines, notably UTA. The changes enabled UTA to launch scheduled services to new destinations within Air France's sphere, in competition with that airline. Paris-San Francisco became the first route UTA served in competition with Air France non-stop from Paris. Air France responded by extending some non-stop Paris-Los Angeles services to Pup 8, Tahiti, which competed with UTA on Los Angeles Pup 8. UTA's ability to secure traffic rights outside its traditional sphere in competition with Air France was the result of a campaign to lobby the government to enable it to grow faster, becoming more dynamic and more profitable. This infuriated Air France. In 1987 Air France together with Lufthansa, Iberia and SAS founded Amadeus, an IT company that would enable travel agencies to sell the founders and other airlines' products from a single system. In 1988, Air France was a launch customer for the fly-by-wire A320 narrowbody twin, along with Air Inter and British Caledonian. It became the first airline to take delivery of the A320 in March 1988, and along with Air Inter became the first airlines to introduce Airbus A320 service on short-haul routes. Acquisitions and privatization. On January 12, 1990, the operations of government-owned Air France, semi-public Air Inter and wholly private Union Day Transports or Copyright Reigns were merged into an enlarged Air France. Air France's acquisition of UTA and Air Inter was part of an early 1990s government plan to create a unified, national air carrier with the economies of scale and global reach to counter potential threats from the liberalization of the EU's internal air transport market. On July 25, 1994, a new holding company, Group Air France, was set up by decree. Group Air France became operational on September 1, 1994. It acquired the Air France Group's majority shareholdings in Air France and Air Inter. On August 31, 1994, Stephen Wolf, a former United Airlines CEO, was appointed advisor to the Air France Group's chairman Christian Blanc. Wolf was credited with the introduction of Air France's hub-and-spoke operation at Paris-Charles de Gaulle. In 1997, Air France Europe was absorbed into Air France. On February 19, 1999, French Prime Minister Lionel Jospin's plural-left government approved the Air France's partial privatization. Its shares were listed on the Paris Stock Exchange on February 22, 1999. In June 1999, Air France and Delta Airlines formed a bilateral transatlantic partnership. On June 22, 2000, this expanded into the SkyTeam Global Airline Alliance. Air France-KLM Merger. On September 30, 2003, Air France and Netherlands-based KLM Royal Dutch Airlines announced the merger of the two airlines, the new company to be known as Air France-KLM. The merger became reality on May 5, 2004. At that point, former Air France shareholders owned 81% of the new firm, former KLM shareholders the rest. The decision of the Jean-Pierre Raffarin government to reduce the French state's shareholding in the former Air France group from 54.4% to 44% of the newly created Air France-KLM Group effectively privatized the new airline. In December 2004, the state sold 18.4% of its equity in Air France-KLM. The state's shareholding in Air France-KLM subsequently fell to just under 20%. Air France-KLM became the largest airline in the world in terms of operating revenues, and third largest in passenger kilometers. Although owned by a single company, Air France and KLM continued to fly under their own brand names. Air France-KLM remained part of the SkyTeam alliance, which then included Aeroflot, Delta Airlines, Aroma Copyright Zico, Korean Air, Czech Airlines, Alitalia, Northwest Airlines, China Southern Airlines, Air Europa, Continental Airlines, and Saudi Arabian Airlines. As of March 2004, Air France employed 71,654 people. As of March 2007, the airline employed 102,422 personnel. According to Air France-KLM, the company's principal activities became passenger transport, first European airline with 25.5% of market share and largest airline in the world in terms of operating revenue. Freight transport, largest company for international freight transportation without integration. With integration, Air France-KLM is third worldwide behind FedEx Express and UPS Airlines. Airplane maintenance and repair, largest multi-services operator. Open Skies Venture. On October 17, 2007, the creation of a profit and revenue-sharing transatlantic joint venture between Air France-KLM and Delta Airlines was announced during a press conference at Air France-KLM's headquarters. The venture became effective on March 29, 2008. It aimed to exploit transatlantic opportunities to capture a major share of long-haul business traffic from London Heathrow Airport, which opened to unrestricted competition on that day as a result of the Open Skies Pact between the EU and USA. It was envisaged that Air France and Delta would begin 9 daily round trips between London Heathrow and destinations in the USA, including a daily London to Los Angeles service by Air France. Once the new Air France-Delta venture received antitrust immunity, it was to be extended to the other two transatlantic SkyTeam partners, enabling all four partners to code-share flights as well as to share revenue and profit. The new transatlantic joint venture marks the Air France-KLM Group's second major expansion in the London market, following the launch of CityJet-operated short-haul services from London City Airport that have been aimed at business travellers in the city's financial services industry. However, the daily London to Los Angeles service was not as successful as hoped, and was discontinued in November 2008. Recent developments: on January 12, 2012, Air France-KLM announced their 3-year transformation plan, called Transform 2015, to restore profitability. This plan works by restoring competitiveness through cost-cutting, restructuring the short and medium-haul operations and rapidly reducing debt. The main objective of this plan is to turn Air France-KLM back into a world player by 2015. Air France has been losing €700 million a year. As the financial results of recent quarters demonstrate, the long-haul operations, also subject to increasing competition, cannot alone offset these losses. On February 22, 2012, Air France released their plan for summer schedule. Because of the uncertain economic environment, Air France-KLM has set a limit of 1.4% maximum increase in capacity from March 25, 2012 October 28, 2012. On June 21, 2012, Air France-KLM had announced its decision to cut just under 10% of the total 53,000 workforce by the end of next year in an attempt to restore profitability by 1,700 jobs, natural turnover and the rest by voluntary redundancies, so hopefully no compulsory redundancies. At the beginning of July 2012, it was announced that Air France-KLM found partners for the new African startup airline Air CMAC, which was co-founded by 6 countries in Central Africa to replace the former Air Afrique. But several problems and 2 partners, who decided to back out, delayed the implementation of the project. Following its launch, Air CMAC announced it will commence operations in 2013. As of August 2012, the Transform 2015 plan was accepted by ground staff and pilot unions but rejected by cabin crew unions. In September 2013, Air France introduced a brand new economy product along with an improved premium economy seat and service. It is expected that the new improvements would be fitted on aircraft from June 2014 onwards. In October 2013, Air France-KLM announced they were writing off the 25% stake in Alitalia, as it was hesitant the struggling carrier would obtain the €300 million in financing. The group has denied Alitalia of additional funds as it is currently struggling to restructure itself to profitability with the Transform 2015 plan. In December 2013, Air France announced that CityJet no longer meets the short-haul needs of the group and is in the process of closing a deal with German firm Intro Aviation by the end of Q1 of 2014. On February 4, 2014, the new business product was unveiled, featuring a fully flatbed from Zodiac Aerospace. The seat will be fitted on Boeing 777 aircraft from June 2014 onwards. Corporate Affairs and Identity, Head Office. Air France's head office is located in the Roissy complex on the grounds of Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport and in the commune of Tremblay-en-France, Saint-Denis, near the city of Paris. Wallace Hilton of the New York Times described the facility as a huge white box that squats near the runways at Charles de Gaulle Airport. The 130,000 square meters complex was completed in December 1995. The French firm Groupe Multitudes et de Marques copyright Faudes d'Ordonnancement managed the project. The architect was Volodin Pista and the design consultants were Secord Boyessart and Trovin. The project cost €137 million. The runways of the airport are visible from the building. The Air France Operations Control Center, which coordinates Air France flights worldwide, is situated at the AF head office. For about 30 years prior to December 1995, Air France's headquarters were located in a tower adjacent to the Gare Montparnasse rail station in the Montparnasse area and the 15th arrondissement of Paris. By 1991 2 bids for the purchase of the Square Max Hymans building had been made. By 1992 the complex was sold to MGN for 1.6 billion francs. By that year Air France had planned to move its head office to Roissy, taking 50,000 square meters of space inside the hotel, office, and shopping complex on the grounds of Charles de Gaulle Airport. After Air France moved to Tremblay-en-France, the ownership of the former head office complex was transferred. On a previous occasion the head office was at 2 Rue Marboeuf in the 8th arrondissement of Paris. Foreign offices. Air France's United States offices are in the 125 West 55th Street building in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Air France first signed a lease to occupy the building in 1991. The site also formerly housed the New York City ticket office for Air France. Air France-KLM's head office for United Kingdom and Ireland operations, which includes facilities for Air France and KLM, is located in Pulsman House in Hatton Cross. The facility's inauguration was on July 6, 2006. Air France moved the office from Hounslow to Hatton. Crew base, Air France Seat Copyright PN, located at Charles de Gaulle Airport, acts as the airline's crew base. The building, developed by Volodin Pista, opened in February 2006. The first phase consisted of 33,400 square meters of space and 4,300 parking spaces. The building is connected to the Air France head office. Vaccination Centre. Air France operates the Air France Vaccination Centre in the 7th arrondissement of Paris. The centre distributes vaccines for international travel. Since 2001 the center was the only French vaccination center certified International Organization for Standardization 9001. In 2005 the center moved from the Or Copyright Roger des Invalides to its current location. Or Copyright Roger des Invalides. The Or Copyright Roger des Invalides in the 7th arrondissement of Paris houses the agents Air France Invalides and the Air France Museum. Until 2005 the building hosted the Air France Vaccination Centre. On August 28, 1959 Air France opened a ticket and information agency in the former air terminal in Invalides, targeting transit passengers and customers from offices and companies in the Invalides area. Subsidiaries and franchises. In partnership with Dutch affiliate Transavia, Air France has launched Transavia.com France, a new low-cost subsidiary based at Orly Airport. Operations began in May 2007 with flights to leisure destinations in the Mediterranean region and North Africa. It is operating 4 next-generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Transavia has a 40% stake, with Air France holding the rest. Air Corsica, CityJet and HOP. All operate flights on behalf of Air France either as subsidiaries or as franchisees. The subsidiaries of Air France include outsourcing. In 2010 Air France migrated from an internally managed passenger service system that manages reservation, inventory and pricing to an external system managed by Amadeus. In rail ventures, Air France and Veolia are looking into jointly operating high-speed rail services in Europe. Routes have become available to operators in accordance with European rail liberalisation on January 1, 2010. Livery. Air France's present livery is a Euro-white scheme, comprising a white fuselage with the blue Air France title and design. The tail is white with a series of parallel red and blue lines across it at an angle, and a small European flag at the top. This livery has been in use since the late 1970s. Prior to the Euro-white livery, Air France aircraft had a bare metal underside, extending up to a blue cheat line that ran across the cabin windows. Above the cheat line the fuselage was again white, with Air France titles and a French flag. The tail was white with 2 thick blue lines, which tapered from the rear of the tail and met at point towards the front bottom. This basic livery, with minor variations, would appear on all post-war Air France aircraft until the late 1970s. On January 2009, to coincide with Air France's new logo, a new livery was unveiled. Air France rolled out their new livery on February 11, 2009. The 2009 livery saw the tail slightly changed. There are now 3 blue bars running down instead of 4 previously. The bars also now curve at the bottom, reflecting the design of the logo. Marketing. The new official song played before and after Air France flights is "The World Can Be Yours" by Telepop Music. Air France has used different popular music groups for its marketing and onboard ambience, ranging from the Chemical Brothers in 1999 to Telepop Music in 2010. Uniforms. Air France uniforms denote the ranks for the flight attendants. 2 silver sleeve stripes denote a chief purser. 1 silver sleeve stripe denote a purser. Flight attendants do not have any sleeve stripes. The female cabin crew uniforms feature the stripes on the breast pocket rather than the sleeve for their male counterparts. Air France's current uniforms were created by French fashion designer Christian Lacroix. Branding. Upon its formation, Air France adopted the seahorse logo of its predecessor Air Orient, known as the Higher Camp Aila copyright, as its insignia. Prior to the Air France-KLM merger, the Higher Camp Aila copyright was used on the nose section of aircraft next to the Group Air France title. After the merger, the Air France-KLM logo was substituted at the nose area, and the Higher Camp Aila copyright was relocated to engine nacelles. The acronym AF has also featured prominently on the airline's flag and its signage. On January 7, 2009, Air France officially changed its logo to a red stripe. Destinations. Air France is a full-service global airline. As of 2011, Air France flies to 36 domestic destinations and 168 international destinations in 93 countries across 6 major continents. This includes Air France cargo services and those destinations served by franchisees Air Corsica, CityJet and HOP. Most of Air France's international flights operate from Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport. Air France also has a strong presence at Paris Orly, Lyon-Saint Exupéry Airport, Marseille Provence, Toulouse Blagnac, Nice Côte and Bordeaux-Mérignac airports as part of the Air France-KLM regional offensive that allows the airports to become important airports in Europe. As Air France becomes more a strategic partner with Delta Airlines and Alitalia through the SkyTeam alliance and through a substantial joint venture, new routes and code-share agreements are developing rapidly. Hub information: Charles de Gaulle Airport, Air France's intercontinental and biggest hub serving all Air France destinations, and 401 daily departures. It is also a hub for Air France's subsidiaries CityJet and HOP. Orly Airport, Air France's second biggest hub serving 40 destinations around the world, it is also a hub for Air France's subsidiary HOP. Lyon-Saint Exupéry Airport, Air France's third biggest hub serving 37 destinations in France and Europe, also a hub for Air France's subsidiaries HOP. Marseille Provence Airport, this is Air France's newest hub as part of its offensive in the French regions. It serves 30 destinations in France, Europe and Africa. Nice Côte Airport, this airport will serve 4 new destinations for Air France when it opens in 2012 as part of the Air France Regional Offensive Plan. Toulouse Blagnac Airport, this airport will serve 14 new destinations for Air France when it opens in 2012 as part of the Air France Regional Offensive Plan. London City Airport, this is the main hub for the Air France subsidiary CityJet. Code-share agreements, in addition to its subsidiaries CityJet and HOP. And its SkyTeam alliance partnership, Air France offers frequent flyer partnerships with approximately 24 airlines. Fleet: the Air France fleet consists of the following aircraft. The average fleet age of Air France is 10.3 years. Orders: on September 23, 2011, Air France-KLM announced their order of 50 Airbus A350/Boeing 787s with 60 options. The first Boeing 787-9 will enter into service with KLM in 2016 and the first Airbus A350-900 will enter into service with Air France in 2018. Later, both airlines will operate both types of aircraft. On May 24, 2007, Air France announced it was planning to phase out its 747-400 aircraft by 2010, and placed an order for an additional 13 Boeing 777-300ERs and 5 Boeing 777F units. The airline also converted options for 2 more A380-800s into firm orders. This will bring the total of these aircraft for Air France to 33 Boeing 777-300ERs, 10 Boeing 777FS, and 12 A380-800. On February 22, 2005, Air France ordered a further 4 Boeing 777-300ERs, adding to 10 previously ordered. The airline had previously ordered 18 Boeing 777-200ERs. On May 20, 2005, Air France signed an agreement with Boeing to have 3 of its former Boeing 747-400 combi aircraft operated in all-passenger configuration converted to the Boeing 747-400 SF Special Freighter model. The modified aircraft will accelerate the phasing out of the remaining, aging Boeing 747-200F freighters. Air France has begun the process of removing the Boeing 747-400s from its fleet, in favor of the Boeing 777-300ER and Airbus A380-800. A letter of intent has been signed for 6 747s to be purchased and converted to freighters, and it hopes to have completely phased out all 747s by 2013. On May 23, 2005, Air France agreed to buy 5 777 freighters, making it the launch customer of the 777 freighter. Air France took delivery of its first 2 777 freighters during February 2009. 2 of the 5 were later sold to FedEx Express before being delivered. Airbus A380, Air France signed as a launch customer for the Airbus A380-800 Super Jumbo in 2001. Air France had ordered 12 Airbus A380-800 aircraft, with options on a further 2. Air France was the first airline in Europe to be operating the A380 with Lufthansa following in June 2010. The first A380 was delivered on October 30, 2009, and the Paris to New York route was used as the first route. All of Air France's Airbus A380s depart from their international hub at Paris-Charles de Gaulle Airport in Terminal 2E, Anniversary Jet. On November 14, 2008, Air France released the first picture of an Airbus A320 with registration FGFKJ that has been repainted in the full 1946 paint scheme to celebrate the airline's 75 years anniversary. This heritage aircraft was planned to fly under the special colors until early 2010. As of May 2013, the heritage aircraft was still in service. Fleet history: over the years, Air France has operated the following aircraft types: Concorde. The 5 Air France Concordes were retired on May 31, 2003, as a result of insufficient demand following the 25 July 2000 crash of AF Concorde FBTSC, at Gonesse, as well as higher fuel and maintenance costs. British Airways flew its last Concorde service on October 24, 2003. Concorde FBVFA was transferred to the Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center, an annex of the National Air and Space Museum in the Chantilly area of Fairfax County, Virginia, United States, near Washington Dulles International Airport. FBVFB was given to the Sintian Auto and Technique Museum in Germany, FBTSD to the Musée Copyright de l'Arrêt de l'Espace at Le Bourget Airport in Paris, while FBVFC returned to its place of manufacture in Toulouse, at the Airbus factory. FBVFF is the only example to remain at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Cabin. Air France offers a mix of 3 and 4 cabin configurations for international long-haul routes, featuring La Première, Business, Premium Economy and Economy. Personal screens with audio-video on demand is available in all cabins on all long-haul aircraft. European short-haul and medium-haul flights feature a 3-cabin configuration with Business, Premium Economy, and Economy. La Première, Air France's long-haul first-class product, is available on the Airbus A380-800 along with select Boeing 777-300ER and 777-200ER aircraft. The Première cabin features wood and leather seats which recline 180 degrees, forming 2-meter-long beds. Each seat features a 10.4 inches touchscreen personal screen with interactive gaming and audio-video on demand, a privacy divider, auto massage feature, reading light, storage drawer, noise-cancelling headphones, personal telephone, and laptop power ports. Each passenger is also provided with a personalized coat service, pure Merlin no-wool blanket, AA Euro Air Boudoir Style Euro cushion, and a travel kit featuring biologic recherche facial and body care products to moisturize and refresh the skin. Turn-down service includes a mattress, a duvet, hypoallergenic feather pillow, sleepwear, a desk bag for shoes, and a pair of slippers. La carte on-demand meal services feature intra-copywriters created by Chef Guy Martin. Private lounge access is offered worldwide featuring a chauffeured car to the aircraft. La Première is not available on the Airbus A330-200, Airbus A340-300, Boeing 747-400, and select Boeing 777-200ER and 777-300ER aircraft where business is the highest cabin class. For Class 777-200ER and 777-300ER configurations are equipped with 4 and 8 La Première seats respectively, while the Airbus A380 feature 9 La Première seats. Air France will unveil the revised La Première in June 2014 on the Boeing 777 along with the new Business, Premium Economy and Economy cabins. Business. Air France's long-haul business class product, is available on all long-haul aircraft. Business features angled lie-flat seats which recline to 2 meters in length. Each seat includes a 10.4 inches touchscreen TV monitor with interactive gaming and AVOD, reading light, personal telephone, and laptop power ports. Meal service features 3-course meals and a cheese service, or an express menu served shortly after takeoff. Air France has released a brand new business class product. The seat is a Zodiac Aerospace Cirrus and is designed by Mark Collins of Design Investment, specialized in the world of high-end transportation, and by the design and branding agency, Brand Image. The new seat would be installed on the Boeing 777 aircraft from June 2014 until summer 2016. All other aircraft types would then be retrofitted. A total of 2,102 seats would be installed. The new cabin features a 1-2-1 layout as opposed to the 2-3-2 layout found currently on the 777. The new 16-inch screen offers a unique onboard navigation experience similar to a tablet. With a completely redesigned user interface and available in 12 languages, choosing an entertainment program from over 1,000 hours of entertainment. The seat converts into a fully flat bed with 180 degrees recline. It features a touchscreen remote control, USB port, universal electrical outlet, new noise-cancelling headphones, privacy screen, an Air France signature padded headboard, ample storage space, adjustable headrest, and a duvet with XXL feather-down pillow. Premium Economy. Premium Economy is Air France's premium economy product for long-haul flights, which became available on the Boeing 777-200ER, 777-300ER, Airbus A340-300 and Airbus A330-200 in late 2009 and early 2010, and on the A380-800 in late 2010 and early 2011. It is a dedicated cabin section with a 2-4-2 configuration with 38 inches pitch, 36 for long-haul Elias seats, 123 reclining fixed shell seats, including an adjustable headrest, a 10.4 touchscreen, personal reading lamp, universal power ports, and an adjustable leg rest. There are 38 seats on the Airbus A380, 32 on the Boeing 777-300ER, 24 on the Boeing 777-221 on the Airbus A340-300 and A330-200. Passengers receive double baggage allowance, priority airport services, lounge access, and extra frequent flyer mileage. On board, business class amenities include Sennheiser noise-cancelling headphones, an amenity kit, improved blankets, and an enhanced meal service with second hot meal, candies, and ice cream, all served with real glass and metal cutlery. A new improved premium economy seat using the same shell will be introduced from June 2014 on the Boeing 777 aircraft, featuring better cushioning and improved footrest, adding comfort to the passenger. Economy. Economy. Air France's economy class long-haul product, features seats that recline up to 118 degrees. The current long-haul economy seat, which debuted on the Boeing 777-300ER, includes winged headrests, a personal telephone, and a touchscreen TV monitor with a VOD interactive entertainment system, which have been installed on all of Air France's long-haul fleet. On long-haul flights, a menu is presented with a choice of 2 meals. Short and medium-haul economy services are operated by Airbus A320 family aircraft with different seating arrangements. Air France is one of the few airlines who features winged headrests on short to medium-haul aircraft in both classes. On short-haul flights a snack is served, while on medium-haul flights a 3-course cold meal is served. Free alcoholic beverages are available on all flights, including champagne. On most aircraft, Air France offers extra legroom seats in economy called Seat Plus. These seats are located in the economy class exit rows and other rows depending on the plane, as well as the economy seats on the 747's upper deck, offering at least 4 inches more seat pitch, 36, versus the usual 32 in standard economy seats. The 747's Seat Plus section also provides an extra ½ inch of seat width. Seat Plus prices vary by flight time, but it is free to elites and passengers with a full-fare economy ticket. Air France has introduced a brand new economy long-haul product which features a new slimline seat providing up to an inch more legroom, wider table, universal electrical sockets, retractable armrests, winged leather headrests, more storage space, high-definition 10-inch screens featuring the latest in-flight entertainment with a USB port, a headphones holder, and newly designed pillows featuring different patterns of the Air France logo. The seats would be installed along with the new La Première, Business, and Premium Economy seats from June 2014 till summer 2016 on the Boeing 777 aircraft, the core of the fleet. All other aircraft will be retrofitted except the Airbus A340-300 and Boeing 747-400 as they would be leaving the fleet soon. Services, in-flight catering. For La Première, Air France's first-class menu is designed by Guy Martin, chef of Le Grand Beffort, a Michelin 3-star restaurant in Paris. Menu items include hors d'oeuvre unregistered trademark halvers, intra-copywriters, bread basket, and cheeses, along with a dessert cart including pastries, petit fours, and tartlets. Air France also serves complimentary champagne to passengers in all classes. In-flight entertainment, Air France offers audio-video on demand in all cabins on all long-haul aircraft. The in-flight entertainment system features multiple channels of video, audio, music, and games. Air France Magazine, the airline's in-flight publication, is included at each seat, and Air France Madame, a fashion luxury magazine with a feminine perspective, is included in La Première and business cabins and lounges. On all flights, all films may be watched in English, Spanish, and French. Selected films on all flights are also available in Chinese, Japanese, Hindi, and Korean. The airline offers Berlitz international language courses via the in-flight entertainment system. On May 29, 2013, KLM and Air France launched a pilot to test in-flight Wi-Fi. Both airlines have equipped one Boeing 777-300ER of each of their fleets with Wi-Fi. Using the in-flight Wi-Fi, passengers can stay online using their Wi-Fi-enabled smartphones, laptops, or tablets. Wireless service will commence once the flight has reached 20,000 feet. Le Salon. Air France lounges are known as Le Salon, and are opening to La Première, business, and premium economy passengers, as well as Flying Blue Gold, Flying Blue Platinum, SkyTeam Elite and Elite Plus members. The Air France Salon offer a buffet and beverages, international newspapers, free Wi-Fi, computers with internet access, restrooms, shower facilities, and a Clarin spa. There are 4 salons at Paris-Charles de Gaulle, Le Salon La Première and Le Salon in Terminals 2C, 2E, 2F, and 2G worldwide. There are 530 Air France and SkyTeam lounges in 300 international airports on every continent except Antarctica. Flying Blue. Flying Blue, the frequent flyer program of Air France-KLM, awards members points based on miles traveled and class of service. Membership into the program is free. The program is divided into Standard, Elite and Elite Plus statuses. Ivory is the basic level which is attained upon entry into the program. Elite status is attained by accruing a certain number of miles within 1 calendar year. Elite Silver, Elite Plus Gold, and Elite Plus Platinum cards have added benefits. An invitation-only card called Club 2000 is attributed to some VIPs, celebrities and politicians. Officially, it provides the same benefits as Platinum status, but numerous sources confirm it almost guarantees upgrade to Business or La Première. Flying Blue succeeded Air France's previous frequent flyer program, FRA Copyright Quens Plus, which operated until the Air France-KLM merger in 2003. For French and Monégasque residents, elite thresholds are higher, at 30,000, 60,000 and 90,000 miles respectively. In popular culture, Air France is the official airline of the Cannes Film Festival. Incidents and accidents. See also: List of airlines of France, List of airports in France, List of companies of France, Transport in France, Air Transport in France. References Further reading, Air France Corporate History, Air France Fatal Accident List Euro in English and French, Financial Times, October 17, 2007 Euro Air France and Delta Target London, Airwise, October 17, 2007 Euro Air France and Delta Set Transatlantic Venture, ft.com/. Business Life, The Monday Interview, September 30, 2007 Euro Pilot Who Found the Right Trajectory, The Seattle Times, Business and Technology, May 25, 2007 Euro Air France-KLM Splits Order for Jets, AsiaTravelTips.com, June 18, 2001 Euro Air France confirms major A380 order, Emma Golda, The Changing Nature of French Dirigisme Euro a case study of Air France, St Edmunds Hall, Oxford. Thesis submitted at Trinity College, 1997, Business Wire, January 16, 1996 A Euro statement from Air France Group Chairman regarding Stephen M. Wolfe, The New York Times, August 31, 1994, Air France's new advisor, record of Air France accidents incidents at the ASN Aviation Safety Database, external links, official website, Air France Corporate, Air France Consulting, Wings Over Four Continents Popular Mechanics, December 1935 PPA 866 Euro 868 on massive route expansion of Air France including transatlantic route.